Let's talk more about the new season of the African Club competitions with Kenyan sports journalist David Kwalimwa, who is a sports writer with the Daily Nation. He joins us live in studio now. David, obviously the new CAF Champions League winners, Esperance, have just celebrated their title, but they have no time. The new season has already just begun. Has this probably dented the mood of the competition?
It shouldn't dent the mood of the competition because very many teams are looking forward to the competition this season. Remember, a lot of rivalry, a lot of new talents coming up, some good money to be won by African standards. So everybody will be looking up to it. But then again, what happened last season in the final of the CAF Champions League between Esperance and Wydad Casablanca shouldn't happen again. A mistake, technology just didn't work, VAR didn't come up, and then one team decided to walk off. The contentious issue went all the way to the Court of Arbitration of Sport in Lausanne before it came back to the Confederation of African Football to be solved before Esperance were declared champions. And so we are here and we're good to go, and the games have just started.
All right, let's talk about a Kenyan team now, Bandari FC. They have just played out a 0-0 draw against Sudan's Al Ahli Shandi in the first leg of their CAF Confederations Cup preliminary round. How far do you think this team can probably make it in the competition?
It's going to be tough for Bandari because if you wish to progress further in this kind of competitions, you need to at least get the maximum points at home, or at least get a healthy victory at home against any opposition you face up to stand a chance of qualifying to the latter stages of the competition. So they draw against Al Shandi at home. They go to Sudan in the return leg match in about a week's time. Now Sudan is not the easiest of places to go and pick up maximum points. You just get the feeling Bandari should have to score at least a goal or two to guarantee themselves passage to the group stage. Now Bandari are not very good travelers for one, and two, they don't have enough experience on the continent, so you really have to feel for Bandari heading into the return leg in Sudan.
All right, and talking finally about the management side of the competition, what do football fans, what can they expect from the Confederation of African Football in terms of managing the two competitions?
Yeah, it's been an upward progress in this competition, positive wise, because the Confederation of African Football, who are the organizers of these two competitions, the CAF Africa Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup, have tried to make it a bit more lucrative, putting money into the competition, highlighting most of the matches on television, so that many people get to enjoy these games. There have been a number of African stars coming up from this competition who get to represent their national teams eventually. So these are the competitions that fans across Africa should look forward to outside of the Africa Cup of Nations and Africa Nations Championship, which is the CHAN tournament. So these two competitions, you see teams that won the respective league titles lagging it out inside here, and when it gets to the group stage and the quarterfinals, when the money starts spinning, as far as whichever team gets to the farthest stage of the competition, then it gets tastier and tastier.
All right, David, thank you as always for joining us on Matchpoint. Sports writer with the Daily Nation, David Kwalimwa, talking to us about the CAF Champions League and Confederations Cups.